Good morning, children. May the peace of the Lord be with you. Now, for today's assembly, we're going to be talking about this person. Who is it? It's a black and white photo, so what could that tell you? How about this photo? Is that easier to work out who it is? Or what about this photo? Who's the woman? Do you recognise her? She does look a bit different now. It's the Queen. It's the Queen and her husband, Prince Philip. Now, they were married on the 20th of November, 1947. So they were married for year 6, quick maths, married in 1947, and it's 2021. How many years were they married for? Anybody get it? 73 years. 73 years they were married. And he was by her side for her 69 years as Queen. That is pretty impressive. However, sadly, last week, as many of you will be aware, Prince Philip died. He died at the age of 99. So we're going to talk a little bit about his life. Now, Prince Philip was born in 1921 on the Greek island Corfu. And his family were royals as well, but they were banished from Greece when Philip was only 1. And then he spent his childhood in France and Germany and the UK. When he left school, Philip joined the Royal Navy as a cadet in 1939, just before World War II broke out. He then left the army when Queen Elizabeth became queen, when her father died and she became queen. They went on to have 4 children. I wonder if anyone knows the names of their 4 children. Do you recognise any of them? And that's an old photograph. Let's look at a more recent photograph. Does that help? Does anybody know the names? Well, starting on the left, we've got Prince Charles, and then we have Prince Andrew, Princess Anne, and Prince Edward. And they are the Queen and Prince Philip's 4 children. They then went on to have 8 grandchildren. I wonder if you could name the people in this photograph. Now, you will probably know we have Prince William and Prince Harry. However, they had 8 grandchildren in total, but these are the ones you probably know. They had 8 grandchildren, and can you believe it? 10 great-grandchildren. Again, the photographs show the ones that you probably know. We've got Prince George, Princess Charlotte, Prince Louis, and Prince Archie. But my question to you is, what was Prince Philip's role within the royal family? What was his job? Now, he wasn't king. He wasn't King Philip. He was Prince Philip. He wasn't the king, but do you know what? His job title was pretty special. He was the Queen's consort, and his job was to support the Queen. And he holds the record as the longest serving consort in British history. He had a passion for charity work, and he was the patron to almost 800 organisations. He cared about wildlife, and he was the first UK president of the World Wildlife Fund. Prince Philip worked tirelessly. He was a very, very hard-working man. And you know what? He only retired from royal duties 4 years ago. If you have older siblings, an older brother or sister, they may have done something called the Duke of Edinburgh's Award, or the D of E for short. And this was founded back in the 1950s. And it's an award that recognises young people for completing a series of hard challenges to improve themselves, to make themselves a better person, to make them the best version of you. So how will Prince Philip be remembered? What will his legacy be? And there was a lovely quote in the newspaper from the Queen that I'm going to read to you, and it says, "During these years as your Queen, the support of my family has across the generations been beyond measure. Prince Philip is, I believe, well known for declining compliments of any kind, but throughout he's been a constant strength and guide. He has, quite simply, been my strength and stay all these years, and I and his whole family and many other countries owe him a debt greater than he would ever claim or will ever know." This was a pretty special man. He was a husband, he was a granddad, he was a great-granddad, and he'll be greatly missed by lots of people. How will he be remembered? Someone who was hardworking, someone who was modest and humble, someone who was strong, someone who was loyal, kind, content, and incredibly funny. We're going to have a few moments silence now to show our respect. And if you'd like to close your eyes, I'm now going to say a prayer. Dear God, we give thanks for the life of Prince Philip, for his love of our country and his devotion to duty. We entrust him now to your love and mercy through our Redeemer, Jesus Christ. Amen. Now, children, something I'd like you to reflect on today is I want you to think about, how do people see you? How can you be the best version of yourself? Be inspired by the qualities of Prince Philip and be the best version of you. Have a good day.